Hypixel Nation? I'm your host, Lego Maestro. Let's get right into the news. Now guys, our first story is an absolutely huge one, and it's very controversial at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, if you play at Skywars, then you would know that by popular opinion, the most overpowered kit in Skywars, without a doubt, would be Energix. It gives you a splash potion of strength, which can pretty much insta-kill anyone you come across, and ladies and gentlemen, this week, the update we've all been waiting for, it got nerfed. This forum post is coming from Doctor, who says, "Hey guys, based on the current trends in solo/teams and community feedback, we've made a slight change to the Energix kit. It's been changed from a splash, a strength potion, to a drinkable. This change aims to balance the meta, make more kits a viable option. Feedback on this change is much appreciated." Well, you want some feedback, dude? Take it from me and the rest of the Skywars community. Thank you so much. I am tired of dying to strength potions that just come out of nowhere. It's so annoying. So to be able to see them drink it now, it's so much better. So thank you, Doctor, so much. Our next story is generally a cool one. This one is coming from the Hypixel network, who tweeted out that the build team now has a new logo. They said, "Check out our new Hypixel build team logo. A great logo for a great team." I must say, I do not know who did it, but whoever you are, you did a fantastic job. So speaking of Hypixel staff, guys, yesterday, which was June 3rd, marks the 1-year anniversary of when Ninja Charlie T became admin. So to Ninja Charlie personally, dude, you are a fantastic YouTuber, but an even better admin. I've loved your animations, and I look forward to the ones to come. Oh my, guys, our next story is coming from Skeppy. Now, he didn't actually do something this week. It was somebody that donated to him. He was casually live streaming when out of nowhere, a person by the name of Khan donated $10,000 to him. And the question you're all thinking is, did he keep it? Did he actually get it? No, they actually canceled that payment later on. Now to Khan or any other stream trollers out there who donate huge amounts and then charge back, I would stop doing that immediately because people have actually lost incredibly large amounts of money doing that. So unless you don't plan on refunding, I would stop immediately. So guys, speaking of money, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure you all know, summer has started for almost all of you now. And because of this, Hypixel has done a 20% sale across the entire Hypixel store. They made a forum post saying, "From today until Sunday the 4th, we are holding a big weekend sale. All items in the Hypixel store will be 20% off." And they also said that summer boxes are back for a solid 20 days. Now, I did realize that this actually ended yesterday, so hopefully you guys did get something good. But if you didn't, don't worry about it. I'm sure there'll be another sale. So in that update, they were talking about summer boxes and how they came back. So if you have any of those or are planning on getting them, then I have just the video for you. Palikka uploaded a video titled "How to Open Mystery Boxes Faster." Pretty much the whole idea behind it was just to switch lobbies every time you open a box. But if you'd like further detail on that, the link is in the description. And yeah, I must say it is a pretty useful tactic. Alright, so now it's time for the Hypixel Weekly Milestones. Guys, this one is probably the most unique one we have had in the entire show's history. Ladies and gentlemen, Zyphalopagus hit 15,000 subscribers, Skier hit 15,000 subscribers, Codename B hit 15,000 subscribers on Twitter, and I personally hit 15,000 subscribers. Like, what are the odds of that, guys? Congratulations to all of you, though, nonetheless. And yeah, if you'd like to know what I'm doing for my 15,000 subscriber special, then make sure you stick around till the end of the video. But guys, our next story is coming from Hypixel himself. This story is actually coming from the forums, where Coast has made a forum post quoting Tactful's update, saying that he has no idea why they updated Skywars over UHC Blitz or Mega Walls. And that's when Hypixel personally responded, saying that the reason that they're updating Skywars over other games is because it requires minimal time compared to some of the older games, due to the fact that some of their games are very complex to update, and Skywars is quite simple to work on. He also says that every patch of Bed Wars or Skywars brings a 10 to 20% sustainable increase in player count and better retention. He then goes on to say, "It's sad that we have left Skywars unupdated for months and almost up to a year without actual solid new content for the sake of trying to be polite and update other games, when in fact Skywars was the one game that turned tables 2 years ago. It saved the network in dark times." And in a short summary, he then says, "You need to put faith into what we're doing. I know sometimes it's difficult because we have 50+ games, and sometimes your favorite game might have to wait, but the bigger and better we get, the easier it is to scale our team to provide a better flow of updates and keep people happy." So guys, that response from Hypixel not only applies to UHC, but to every other game. It talks about and goes over the thoughts that other people are having when a game gets updated that's not the one they particularly wanted. So ladies and gentlemen, I briefly went over that. There is a full link to his response in the description. I would definitely recommend checking it out. Well, ironically enough, our next story is actually about a Hypixel update. The forum post is made by Tactful, who says as part of our renewed efforts to talk to you guys more about what we're doing here on the server, I wanted to give you a quick update on the projects we're working on and how we are feeling about them. We think it's important to involve the community as much as possible. That's why we made the prototype lobby in the first place. Now, for those of you who wanted an update on Bed Wars and Murder Mystery becoming full games, etc., with updates on other general games, then you'll definitely want to pay attention to this. For Bed Wars, he says the team is working hard to move it forward to 1.0, a full release. Our main focus is the new lobby, stats tracking, and tons of in-game cosmetics. He says in terms of progression, as we said before, we will not be adding any form of kits, perks, or other items that give an in-game advantage, but we think you're all going to love our new in-game cosmetics, of which we've invented several new types never seen before on the server. The unlocking process is very cool too, and we can't wait to show you more. For Murder Mystery, he says we are currently working on a patch for it that adds 2 new maps, a full network of transport thanks to community feedback, and many improvements, bug fixes, and gameplay features. Now there's a new like compass type deal they've added into Murder Mystery, or they will be adding it, so I'm not going to go into detail about that, but the link is in the description if you'd like to see it. For Prototype, he says we're currently working on a new previously unannounced prototype lobby game. Early internal tests are going well, and we expect this to enter the PTL very soon. We'll be sharing more details as things come together. Without spoiling anything, this new game represents a new style of gameplay not found on Hypixel, and we're excited to get you playing and hear your feedback. Here's a spoiler-free sneak peek at our initial map. Can you guess what sort of game it is? So guys, that screenshot you can see right there, my personal guess is that it's Gary's mod. That's what it looks like from that stand, but honestly, it's just a shot in the dark. There's no official way to know what it is, so we will just have to wait and see. Hopefully it's this summer, but who knows? For Skywars, he says they are putting together the beginnings of an update, which we will begin working on very soon. And the thing that I am super excited about, the one most of all, they gave us a look at the upcoming social update. He says, announced a while ago, progress on the social menu has picked up, and we expect the first version to go into testing very soon. In our initial test/launch, we expect to be improving the UI for friends, guilds, and parties to make it easier for you to add and manage these systems without using commands. Following that, we will be adding even more features in the future. And then he goes on to apologize that the update has taken so long to come out, but hey, these things do take time, so I don't know about you guys, but this forum post by Tactful got me very excited. It is going to be quite the summer. So that's it for the news today, guys. Now it's time for the community shoutout, and this one is going to NotchVsJeb, who did a TNT jumping montage in Skywars, and I must say, it is so soothing and satisfying to watch. It is a minute long, but it is so worth watching. The link is in the description, and now, guys, it's time for the play of the week. And guys, there weren't many submissions since last time, but I thought this one was pretty good, so let me know what you think. But without further ado, guys, this is Meep's Ender Pro Clutch. Roll a clip. So guys, if you're sticking around, I might as well tell you what I'm doing for my 15,000 subscriber special. If you haven't seen the last episode of Hypixel Alert, I definitely recommend doing that, because that's where I went in depth on what I'm doing for this special. But guys, the live Hypixel Alert is happening on June 17th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can go look up that time and see what time zone that's going to be in for you. Hopefully you guys will be able to join me, and pretty much that's in like 2 weeks. I'll give you another heads up on it in the next episode. So guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, putting a like on the video would be definitely appreciated, and it does show me that you like what I do here. If you've got any news to submit, there's a link in the description. But again, thank you so much for 15,000 subscribers. And other than that, Hypixel Nation now over 15,490 subscribers, and I'll see you next time.